50 Cent is coming. And, you know,
I've never considered 50 Cent a real rival, but his disrespect this time is way out of line. 50 Cent exposing Diddy in your documentary is one thing, a good thing, but that doesn't give you the privilege to fabricate, imply, or use my name.
Hey, yo, hold up. This one is crazy. Jay-Z is moving real quiet right now, and the internet is saying he on the run after 50 Cent dropped what he claims are private chats with Diddy. This all popped off fast, no warning, no heads up, just boom, 50 doing what 50 do best, pressing buttons and lighting fires. And right now, Jay-Z name is getting dragged into a mess he ain't said a single word about yet.
Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce, right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys.
Now, before we go any further, real quick, remember, this video includes speculation, rumors, and public discussion only. Nothing is stated as fact, and all commentary is for entertainment purposes. And if you rock with raw celeb news with no filter, hit that subscribe real quick so you don't miss what drops next. All right, let's get back into it. So boom, everybody already know 50 Cent been on Diddy neck heavy for a minute. Every time Diddy name trend, 50 right there, laughing, posting, trolling, adding captions that make stuff worse. But this time, people saying 50 took it a step further. Social media started buzzing that 50 posted or hinted at private messages between him and Diddy. Not interviews, not jokes, private talk, stuff that wasn't for the public. And once fans started zooming in, reading between lines, connecting dots, that's when Jay-Z name started coming up heavy. Now listen, nothing confirmed, but once the internet gets a whiff of something, it's raps. People started saying the messages showed Diddy talking loose, talking like he comfortable, talking like he's surrounded by powerful friends. And guess who name fans swear they felt hovering in the background? Jay-Z. Not because his name was stamped clear, but because of how the conversations allegedly sounded. That's when the comments went left. Folks started pulling up old clips, old pics, old parties, old moments where Jay and Diddy were cool, laughing together, standing side by side, moving in the same billionaire circles. And now, with Diddy already in deep trouble publicly, people asking why Jay-Z suddenly nowhere to be seen.
I'm fully prepared with everything I need for the Jay-Z documentary. The moment he sent that legal letter, I knew I had to let the world see who he really is. He and Diddy are cut from the same cloth. He just hides his arrogance and control behind a cleaner image. Our feud has lasted 20 years, and I know better than anyone what he's done in the shadows.
And Jay's issue.
It's just competitive stuff.
It's really just competitive.
This is what I'm saying. When it gets past actual art, like actual music, and you're trying to block something that's in business, then it feels weird. It feels like we should be having beef.
No posts, no statements, no appearances, just straight silence. And in internet language, silence equals suspicion. That's where the Jay-Z on the run talk really kicked off. Not run like cops chasing him, but run like ducking smoke. Fans saying HOV went ghost the moment those chat rumors hit. People pointing out how Jay usually pop out, control narratives, move smart. But this time, nothing. And that got people talking reckless. Then the conspiracy crowd showed up, and when they arrive, it gets loud. Some fans believe Jay-Z been knowing way more than he ever let on. Others saying, nah, Jay just smart and staying far away from Diddy mess. Then another group saying 50 only doing this to stir drama and remind people nobody untouchable, no matter how rich, no matter how powerful. And let's not act like Jay and 50 history don't add fuel. They never been besties. There's always been tension, competition, slick comments, different lanes but same era. So when 50 start poking near Jay's name, people see that as intentional, like 50 saying, don't think you above this. Then came the fan theories. Oh man, folks saying Jay pulled back from public life on purpose, saying he keeping distance before his name even get mentioned in court papers or headlines, saying he learned from watching others fall. Again, rumors, online talk, but it's loud talk. What made it worse? Jay-Z's silence stayed loud. Days passed, nothing. No denial, no calm statement, no leave my name out of it. And in gossip world, that's gasoline, because the internet don't wait for facts, they move off vibes. People even started dragging Beyoncé into it, like why she quiet too, which is wild, but that's how messy it got. And once folks feel like somebody hiding, they dig harder. Meanwhile, 50 Cent, unbothered, posting, laughing, letting the chaos breathe, letting blogs and pages do the dirty work without him saying much. That's his style. He throw the rock, then watch the crowd fight over where it landed. Some fans swear the chats hinted at powerful men thinking they untouchable. Others say the messages weren't even that deep, but the timing made them explosive. Because right now, anything connected to Diddy is radioactive, and Jay-Z just happens to be too close historically for comfort. Then you got people saying Jay-Z probably mad as hell behind the scenes, saying 50 violating code, saying private convos should stay private, and others saying, no, if you talking wild in DMs, expect it to come out one day, especially when beef involved. What's undeniable is this Jay-Z brand is built on control, precision, chess-like silence. But this silence, fans saying it feel different, like avoidance, like waiting for the storm to pass. And whether that's true or not, perception is everything online. And let's talk about how fast narratives flip. 1 minute, Jay-Z untouchable mogul. Next minute, folks saying he next. Not because of facts, but because of association, because of history, because of proximity. That's how ruthless gossip spreads.
There's an accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old teenager.
Right.
And we were speaking about just the statement.
Right.
The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was that the statement is something from, you can tell it was written by a lawyer, because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says like you're gonna find out like how I'll handle this. Like, and that's an attorney want to be combative with another attorney. That's not like your publicist wouldn't say those things.
People started rewatching old interviews, old award show clips, old party footage, slowing videos down like detectives. Folks saying, yo, look how Jay's standing next to Diddy right here, or notice how he laughed when this was said, reaching heavy, but that's how deep it went. Every little past moment suddenly got a new meaning slapped on it. Then fans started saying Jay been distancing himself for years, not just now. They pointing out how he don't shout Diddy out no more, don't mention him in speeches, don't show up publicly the same way. And people online saying, see, he knew this was coming. Again, no proof, just loud speculation. But when thousands of people repeat it, it starts sounding real to some folks. And let's talk about timing, because timing is everything. This all happening while Diddy already under the microscope heavy. Lawsuits, allegations, stories stacking up by the week. So when 50 drops anything connected to Diddy, it hits harder. It don't matter if it's jokes, memes, or alleged messages. Everything feels like evidence to somebody online. And the wild part? Jay-Z ain't even trending because of something he said. He trending because of what he didn't say. People saying, if my name was getting tossed around like that, I'd shut it down fast. Others saying, nah, Jay too smart, he letting it pass. But the internet don't like waiting. Then the theories leveled up. Some fans believe Jay's legal team told him stay quiet. Others saying his PR people said don't touch it at all. And then you got folks saying Jay watching how this plays out before he moves. Every theory louder than the last. And while all this happening, 50 still moving like nothing touched him, posting random stuff, joking, acting regular, which made fans think this was calculated on his end. Not in some fancy way, but in a I know exactly what this gonna do type way, because he knows the internet, he knows how names stick. Then people started dragging up old business ties, old parties, old industry friendships, saying Jay and Diddy both came up in the same power circle, same rooms, same movers, same money conversations. And now folks saying you can't be that close for that long and not know things. Again, allegations, speculation, chatter, but it's stuck. What really shook people is how fast public opinion flipped. 1 week, Jay-Z untouchable billionaire genius. Next week, folks saying keep an eye on him. And that's dangerous territory in gossip culture, because once that seed planted, every move looks suspicious. People even started saying Jay moving different lately, saying he's showing up less, saying he quieter than usual, saying he ain't front-facing like before. But others clapped back like he been private for years, y'all just noticing now. And that debate been non-stop. And don't think the hip-hop community ignored this. Rappers, podcasters, commentators hinting without naming names, saying stuff like some people better hope their old messages never come out, saying this Diddy situation gonna expose more than one person, and everybody reading between those lines thinking about Jay. That's when things got real uncomfortable, because nobody wants to be the next headline. And if you Jay-Z, you know the internet love a downfall story, especially when money and power are involved. Then fans started saying 50 might be baiting Jay, like pushing him to respond. Because if Jay speaks, it's news. If he doesn't, it's still news. Either way, attention stays on his name. That's a trap with no clean exit. And the crazy thing is, Jay still hasn't moved. No posts, no interviews, no indirect quotes, nothing. And at this point, people watching the silence more than the rumors. Some fans saying this gonna blow over once something else trends. Others saying, nah, this gonna linger, especially if more alleged messages surface. And knowing 50, people don't trust that this is the end of it. Because let's be honest, 50 don't drop everything at once. He lets it simmer. He lets the internet do half the work. Then, if you feel like it, he add more heat later. So now, everybody waiting to see if Jay pops out smiling like nothing happened, waiting to see if he addresses it quietly, waiting to see if his name gets pulled into something bigger. And until that happens, the rumor's gonna keep rolling, the theory's gonna keep stacking, the comments gonna stay messy. Because right now, in the court of the internet, silence is loud, history is suspicious, and association is everything. And that's exactly why this situation ain't cooling down anytime soon. Then came the wildest rumor yet. Some fans claiming Jay told people behind the scenes to stop mentioning him. Others saying he warned folks to stay off socials. Again, no proof, just internet talk. But once it spreads, it sticks. Even hip-hop spaces started debating. Was Jay smart to stay silent, or did silence make it worse? Some say speaking would only bring more heat. Others say not speaking lets rumors grow legs. And 50? He still ain't cleared nothing up. He letting people guess, letting theories stack, letting Jay's name trend without him saying it outright. And that might be the coldest part, because now every move Jay make will be watched. Every appearance, every lyric, every business move. Folks gonna be looking for clues, looking for stress, looking for cracks. And the crazy part? This ain't even about something Jay did publicly. It's about what people think might be behind closed doors. That's the power of leaked chats and messy timing. So right now, the street's saying Jay-Z laying low while 50 Cent lights matches. Some saying Jay playing it smart, some saying he nervous, some saying this gonna blow over. Others saying, nah, this just the beginning. And until Jay-Z opens his mouth or 50 drops more, this cloud ain't going nowhere. The internet already made up half the story, and y'all know once that happens, it's hard to rewind. Because that wasn't even the real shock. The real shock is how fast legends can get pulled into mess they didn't start just because somebody else pressed post. And right now, all eyes on Jay-Z.